You. I am going to, I have to assume for now that there is a profound misunderstanding on the part of the ranking member, because I know him well enough to know that he wouldn't knowingly suggest something as absurd as what he seems to be alleging. Let me explain what's going on here to clarify this. First of all, I think we all know we subsidize many activities through the tax code. Whether people think that's a good idea or not, it happens all the time. And here in Congress, we have very, very strange, and I would say even ridiculous, rules and scoring conventions that wildly mischaracterize these subsidies in a number of circumstances. Specifically, when we think a taxpayer voluntarily chooses not to participate or engage in a program that has such a tax code subsidy, we take that subsidy and we stick it in a table as though it's a tax increase. The advanced premium tax credit is one such example. This is absolutely not a tax increase, and you guys know that. The fact is, and I'll demonstrate this in a minute, every single income cohort has substantial savings in taxes, and virtually all middle-income taxpayers are going to get a substantial tax cut. So let me try an analogy here. Let's imagine somebody qualifies for unemployment insurance. They qualify. They could get unemployment insurance. They lose their job. They could get unemployment insurance if they wanted it. But they choose not to sign up for whatever reason. They would not get the uninsurance payments. Did we raise their taxes? Did that person just get a tax increase? Or how about more directly through the tax code? The Earned Income Tax Credit. Let's imagine somebody is working, they've got a job that pays $8 an hour, and they get the Earned Income Tax Credit. They qualify for it. They get that. And for whatever reason, they decide to quit that job. Well, they could be still working. They could still be getting the Earned Income Tax Credit. But they've chosen not to. Do we think we raise their taxes? That's ridiculous. How about the American Opportunity Tax Credit? That is a partially refundable tax credit. It covers the costs, part of the cost, of tuitions and fees for people who go to college. Up to 1,000 of it, in my understanding, is refundable. If somebody decides they're not going to go to college, did we raise their tax because they didn't take the American Opportunity Tax Credit? That's ridiculous. And that's what our colleagues are suggesting is a tax increase. Now, it is not a tax increase if a person decides they don't want to buy an Obamacare plan, and as a result, we don't send a payment to an insurance company. That's what this is about. That's what the advanced premium tax credit is. It's a payment to an insurance company if a person chooses to participate in the program. If they decide not to participate in the program, we don't send the payment to the insurance company. That's a tax increase? It's actually a tax cut. And let me just show this chart that depicts this, and we'll make sure everybody's got one if you don't already. This simply shows the effect on taxpayers by cohorts, by income cohorts, with the insurance company payments put aside. And it shows that each and every single income cohort has a substantial tax increase. What this reflects is the reality that the family is going to experience. They're going to owe less money to Uncle Sam. And if somebody decides that they want to participate in Obamacare, then they can. We don't make any change in that whatsoever. And the premium tax credit goes as it would otherwise go forward. But if they decide they can't afford that, we're going to give them the tax benefit of not penalizing them anymore, and then we won't send a payment to the insurance company. It has no effect on them. This is the chart that reflects the tax reality for working class and middle class family and everybody else. And virtually everybody and every single cohort in every single year has a savings. That's the reality. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, just very